Losers of 2 out of the 3 last games since the All-Star break, and with the offense in a complete funk, you would think the last team the Celtics wanted to see Wednesday night at the TD Garden would be the NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers. That would turn out to be a blessing in disguise, as the Celtics brought the fight against the Cavs in Boston's biggest win of the season, 103-99. Isaiah Thomas nailed a clutch three-pointer from 30 feet after running around a number of screens, and Avery Bradley, in just his second game back from injury, came back into the game late in the fourth quarter and came up with a big bucket of his own, and more importantly, blanketed Kyrie Irving on defense during the game's biggest possession. With the Celtics up 101-99 and 28 seconds remaining, the Cavs gave their star point guard in Irving the chance to win the game on his own. Although Irving hit the game-winning shot during last year's Game 7 win against the Golden State Warriors, Bradley's defense was step for step with Irving with the game on the line. Irving tried shaking Bradley on the right baseline with a series of shoulder fakes and shimmies before ultimately settling on a difficult fadeaway. The shot was off the mark, but the Celtics' porous rebounding let them down once again as Tristan Thompson corralled the rebound before slinging it out to LeBron James behind the arc. The next couple of seconds seemed to last for days as James lined up a three before giving a pump fake with 2 Celtics defenders on him. James's court vision spotted a wide open Darren Williams in his first game with the Cavs in the corner. Williams' three was just long. Jay Crowder would gobble up the rebound, and his 2 free throws the other way would eventually ice the game for good. As the Toronto Raptors and Washington Wizards made upgrades in their chase for the Eastern Conference crown, it is Cleveland who stands above everyone else with their additions. The Cavaliers have added veterans, including Kyle Korver, Derek Williams, Andrew Bogut, and Darren Williams, who played nearly the entire fourth quarter tonight. With Bill Belichick in attendance, the Cavs and Celtics held serve for much of the first quarter, but when both teams started getting into their respective benches, it was the Cavs that pulled ahead. Cleveland extended their 26-20 advantage after one with a score of 32-23 less than 2 minutes into the second quarter, as the Cavs found rhythm implementing some of their new additions. The Celtics would keep the deficit close behind some makeshift Kelly Olynyk offense and some Marcus Smart post-ups against the smaller Irving. Cavs fans experienced a scare of their own late in the first half, as James rolled his ankle on a drive to the basket after stepping on Olynyk's shoe. James took some time to get up and looked somewhat hindered immediately following it. After all was said and done, the Celtics would end up down 1 point, 49-50 after one half's completion. If the pace was too slow for you in the first half, the third quarter certainly livened up between the Eastern Conference's top 2 teams. 2 of the game's top lead guards in Irving and Thomas helped orchestrate coast-to-coast basketball for both clubs. Thomas scored 11 of his game-high 31 points in the third, while Irving displayed his elite handles and offensive repertoire with 15 of his 28 points coming during this time. Irving would pick up his 4th foul with 3 minutes remaining in the third, a factor that would limit him to under 8 minutes of playing time in the fourth quarter. In addition to Thomas's scoring acumen, the Celtics defense rotated fast and forced the Cavs into a host of bad looks in the second half, as the Cavs shot 40% in the game, but 36% overall in the second half. The Celtics and Cavs would battle throughout the fourth, a gut check time for a Celtics team that has looked flat coming out of the All-Star break and past the well-rumored trade deadline. Irving and James combined for Cleveland's team lead in scoring with 28 points apiece, as James amassed his 7th triple-double of the season with 13 rebounds and 10 assists. Thompson continued his dominance on the boards against the Celtics with a game-high 13 boards, including 6 on the offensive end. Although the Celtics out-rebounded the Cavs 47-41 for the game, Cleveland was able to generate a lot of second-chance scoring options in the fourth quarter against some of the Celtics' smaller lineups, with 6 offensive rebounds as a team in the fourth quarter. In addition to Thomas's 31, Jay Crowder secured a double-double with 17 points and 10 rebounds, including a pivotal 3 late in the game with 2 minutes remaining. Smart chipped in with 9 points and 8 assists, while also putting his body on a line with 2 drawn charges late in the fourth quarter. Playing with a 20 to 23 minute restriction according to Brad Stevens, Bradley added 11 points of his own to go along with his patented stellar defense in 21 minutes of action. And as he has been struggling with his own offense over the course of the past month, and even more in the past week following the All-Star break with averages of 6 points on 32% shooting, Al Horford was an unsung hero. Tasked with going against the Cavs' difficult front court, Horford narrowly missed a triple-double with 9 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, and was also a plus 11 on the night. Tonight's game featured 24 lead changes, and 19 separate times both teams were tied. Gerald Green missed tonight's game once again with a heel injury, while the Cavs were without the services of Kevin Love and J.R. Smith. At 39-22, the Celtics are 3 games behind the Cavs for first place and 2 games in front of the Wizards, who kept up their torrid pace with a win over Toronto tonight. The Celtics will look to carry over this momentum Friday night as they begin a 5-game West Coast trip in Los Angeles against the Lakers. For CLNS Radio, I'm Corey Prescott.